Hey everybody, it's your old pal Billy Blue Gloves here, also known as Drawn to You, and various other nicknames and aliases. And today I thought I would give you a peek into a typical early Saturday morning drawing session. I'm going to speed this part up a little bit, but not as much as I usually do. So I begin with the very vague notion that I want to draw a comic book cover with the character Gavin Tucker Zombie Hunter on the front. I'm starting to warm up here with a tentacle for several reasons. One is that I like tentacles. Another is that in the tentacle, there's inherent several of the pencil motions that I want to exercise or warm up with before I begin drawing. Sometimes I just draw circles. Other times, an object that has circles. I'm also practicing the shadowing lines or hatching. Just getting the old digits prepared here. Drawing a person's head is pretty much an oval shape, and then I want a vertical axis line for the general direction the person is looking in. In this case, the character is looking to their right, our left. Not at the tentacle, but because I had drawn something there. Most of the time I would fill a whole page with this kind of nonsense. Today, I drew a rectangle and a thumbnail that's roughly in scale with the 11 inches by 17 inches of a comic book original art page. And most of the time, it would take several iterations before I find a composition or a subject that I like. I find it a lot easier to plan these things out when somebody tells me what to draw. These days, I don't have anyone telling me what to draw, so I do what any high-powered goofball with no ideas would do. I close my eyes, and I concentrate, and I ask for an idea. When I closed my eyes today and took a deep breath, I tried to imagine the blank rectangle in my mind, and I asked for an idea about what to do with it. And that thought was interrupted almost immediately by concerns for my health. Just popped in there. I imagined myself telling someone that trying to eat right and avoid toxic food at my age is like trying to maintain an old junky truck. And what I meant was that it's more about not dying than trying to live some perfect healthy life. That may seem grim, but to me it was funny, and I immediately connected the idea of an old junky truck with I kind of personified it and imagined it attacking Gavin Tucker. It's difficult to explain a creative process sometimes, and if this idea hadn't come so quickly, I may not have been able to articulate what happened, because it can get complicated, but that's what happened. So it became easy now to think that the truck would be overbearing, tall, and menacing, with Gavin Tucker in the front and in peril. I love to put Gavin in peril. So you can see how the main through line is from that top left and then right down the middle. Here's the final of that second thumbnail. This is a picture of the truck that I just wanted to show you that I have. The old truck. I'm kind of looking at it and imagining what it would be like to look at it from the front. But yeah, you want to have, the viewer's eye wants, you want it to be guided through the drawing, and the details can be there and provide extra information. That's fine, but the simple stuff, the main message is monster car, truck thing, Gavin Tucker, danger. Alright, it's coming together pretty good here. I just wanted to show you that here's Jack Kirby's Forever People. This is from the second issue, and if you notice these tires right here, it looks like he went through and drew these lines, and then the black areas are just part of the line there. And so basically what would Jack do is what I was wondering about these tires. So while I'm down here working on these little junk bits and everything, I'm thinking about the tires and how I'm going to try to render those. And it's always good to have a Jack Kirby reference and ask yourself, how did he do hair? How did he do water? Whatever you're trying to do. Alright, this drawing's really coming together, so we're in the final stretch here. If you're still with me here, I really want to thank you for staying with me and, I basically having the attention span to watch this. I really appreciate it. I know people are having trouble with their attention span, and just the time you spend with me, I really appreciate it. So we're just adding some details here. As you can see, it's mostly all the elements are here. I'm pretty happy with this. It doesn't, it's not the deepest thing. It's a truck coming at a guy. But it's a fun way to spend a Saturday morning. And, I really enjoy doing this kind of stuff. And you can do it. This isn't anything groundbreaking. But it's a lot of fun, and I love it. So part 2 will be where I ink this thing, so stay tuned for that. And then there'll probably be a part 3 where I color it, but stay tuned for that. So thank you. Here's our final product. I had a good time with this one, Internet. I hope you did too. And until next time, I'm drawn to you.